What's up? Chad Wright coming to you here once again on the channel, Team Righteous, and we're back here at Jake's Drag Strip. We're doing some testing this weekend. We got Tulip here. She's getting ready. So y'all remember last year? I'll show it to you about here. That's right, last year we were trying to go trying to go fives with Tulip last year. We didn't quite make it. Unfortunately, as you saw in that last pass there from last year, it wheelied on us. It didn't quite make it, so we ended up having to start all over again this year. I had to put some new cases on Tulip after the chain broke. Anyways, we've been testing for the past few weeks or whatever, and getting her dialed in, and we're back in that area again. Got it running low sixes. It went a 602 last weekend, so we're trying a few different things. As y'all saw in the last video with the ZX14, we talked about testing some new fuel. Tulip's on that new fuel. Tulip is the bike that made more power with that new fuel. There was another bike that made a little bit less power, so we're gonna see if that little bit of extra power is enough to get her into the fives. And that's right, she's on the Drag Max 2. So the Drag Max, as a lot of people know, on a well-prepped track, will get down, do very good, and will gain you mile per hour. I've seen this tire on most bikes gains 3 to 4 mile per hour, the 8th mile. Some of them gain 5 to 6 mile per hour. I've seen it on my bike personally on the Wraith make roughly 6 mile per hour faster every single pass versus a Shinko hookup. So we're gonna see if the extra gains on the Drag Max and the new fuel that we've got Tulip on will be enough to put her into the fives. We're gonna see if we can do it. So y'all check that out here in just 1 second as we get up here on the starting line. All right, y'all, so before Tulip comes up here, he's getting ready. Well, we got Cowboy Racing over here versus Crowbar Racing right here in Labusa. We got Cowboy Racing in the left lane, Crowbar Racing in the right lane. Let's see what these things they can do. Who y'all rolling with? We got Zoot Nation in the right lane. We got Cow Nation in the left lane. Let's see what we can get. Crowbar Racing taking the win. All right, y'all, so here we are up here getting ready for Tulip to make the first hit, running up against Jake over there. We got Jake Lovett over here on Big Step Up, and we got Scotty right here on Tulip. Back over here in the pits and see what he says. We got Jason Young up here trying to get his bike here dialed in. He was fighting some wheelie issues last weekend. I think we got him under control, so now let's see if we can the hook. Look like she's working now. Alright, y'all, we got our buddy Brian Gillespie back here at the track. It's been a while since we've got to see him. He's coming out here to hang out with us. So we're gonna see what he can do. Alright, y'all. That happened so fast, I don't even know what the hell happened on that one. Alright, y'all. We got Scotty up here on Tulip trying to make hit number 2. Trying to see if we can make a smoother hit on this one. A little bit better hit than that one. The bike done the shifting like it was supposed to on that there. Let's go see how it's doing though. Gotta see if it's running like it's supposed to be running. May end up having to make some changes with it, see if there's any other things we need to work on it. Trying to let all that air leak out of there. Alright, y'all, let's see what else coming up here. We got a couple more bikes coming up here. Let's see how they can do. This bad man right here. Tell him, what's your name, man?
Stalin.
Huh?
Stalin.
Stalin. We got Stalin right here. Now let me get this thing down here. What you riding, Stalin?
600.
Riding a ZX6? Liking it? Gonna be fast with it? Trying to get down the track. How you doing tonight?
Good.
Doing good? Oh yeah. Alright, y'all. We'll see Stalin back up here in a minute. He's on the black ZX6. Trying to get it to go down too. See how it'll do after a while. Suzuki's hard to hang with, ain't they? We're gonna use that that same Porsche use that Mustang uses. We're doing more with less Suzuki. Hey, look. I got the camera on. You gotta like talk some shit or something. We're burning up data here.
I'm trying to get dressed there.
He's trying to get his dress. He needs help. You gonna help him out? She gonna try to help him out.
Don't get him back.
Alright, so what you gonna give it?
What am I gonna what?
What you gonna give him, man? He's got about
He beat me.
He about 600 cc smaller.
He beat me.
Look, 600 cc smaller, 12 inches shorter.
That's a Gen 10.
Yeah, but look, shorter.
I want the right line. Give me the right line. I want the right line.
What we doing it for? Cheeseburger, nachos, Pepsi Cola, bottled water?
Whatever. Right line. I want the right line. I want the right line.
What y'all doing it for?
A bean sandwich.
A what?
Frito sandwich.
Frito pie? Frito
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you ready to go? Alright, y'all, so let's see what's going to happen right here. We got Justin Lanier in the right-hand lane on the second gen Busa, taking on Jason Young over here in the left-hand lane on the first gen ZX14. Sioux Nation versus Cow Nation again. Let's see what's gonna happen. Alright, y'all, who y'all got? Y'all pulling for Cow Nation, y'all pulling for Zoot Nation? Let us know down in the comments below. And the Busa takes the win on that one. Sounded like Jason missed a shift on that right there. I don't know how close it was on the big end, but it looked like it's pretty close when they left. Alright, we'll see y'all. Alright, y'all, let's see what Brandon Spangler here can do on the Gen2 Busa here. She'll do again here in a minute. Maybe go back up here again with Scotty on Tulip here in just a second. Look like a good hit. Let's go see what that thing over there ran.
Wasn't it, but out better.
Oh yeah?
I picked up about 3 or 4 numbers.
Hell yeah.
It's 60 foot. Let's see what that 60 foot time was. It felt a lot better.
141, 60 foot, 604. Hell yeah. Back house, about the same as it was on the last pass. So, it's getting there. It's definitely.
I said to the girl when I pulled up that was the fastest pass I ever made, but it wasn't.
Close. But yeah, getting there. It's getting there. We can get it to leave like it was last week. We may be able to get that number. We'll see how she does here in just a minute.
Them down, that wrap on there.
Foot race, $100.
You should have entered the crab walk.
Ooh-wee.
Alright.
Grab that 2x4 out of there.
Alright.
Had it to.
What up?
If you are interested in a foot race for an opportunity to win $100, come to the bottom of the tower. No head start. It ain't a bracket class. No, y'all had y'all's chance. I gotta give the adults their chance. I have a microphone. You can hear me. You want to win 100
Let him get his
bucks.
hat on.
Okay. You think you're fast on? Sure. We're gonna race that.
This right is a Huxo ZX10 over here.
All right.
He don't race it though. He just
Bottom of the tower.
he says he just likes to show
Bottom
out.
of the tower. Right here. Come find the guy with the microphone.
You go out there and do that foot race for $100?
I'm scared I'll win.
Oh hell, it's $100. Then you go get you some of that damn catfish again.
Yeah.
You have a driver's license. You have a
Alright, y'all, so they out there cleaning up the track. Somebody oiled it down a minute ago.
You got other
Then we're gonna get back into action, see if we can get Scotty just a little bit closer to get into the
I know
fives.
you can run.
Alright, y'all, we're back to action here. Y'all missed it. There's an oil down earlier, so we've been down for a couple of hours here, or maybe an hour or so. They got the track cleaned back up now. Going back into action with fights here. Zoot Nation versus Cow Nation again. Let's see what this thing right here can do. Justin E right here on the boost. Pulled it out there at the end. There's a few more rounds here, and Tulip will be up here in a minute. We'll see what she can do. Y'all, let's see Tulip what she can do. Jake Lovett here on Jason Young's bike. Trying to see if he can get it to ride down pretty good. See what she does. Oh, we got Hoopty over here. Too happy. Got up there just a little bit. Hold on. All right, we'll go ahead.
I won't ride lane. I'll run you for. I'll run you for anything you want to run for. I'm on motor. I ain't got no spray on that bike. That's what I ain't got no spray on that bike. All motor. With him riding, you riding. I want you to ride it. I want you to ride it. You come to me. He didn't come to me. That's my partner. How much you want, baby? Huh? I don't bet. Well, let's run it.
Yeah, we're running for the hell of it. Hell, fuck it. You get on it.
I'll run for whatever you want to run for.
I'm
on with me on that motherfucker.
Well, you get on it.
I will.
He'll try for her.
On that slow boost, I don't race slow. That's my partner. I don't race my partner now, man. Come on, we talking shit over here.
Yeah, we talking shit like hell, yeah. Somebody that comes at me, right?
Yeah.
I'm backed up the left.
All right.
You better know which way.
He ain't never rode this bike. He ain't never rode this bike.
They ain't no road there neither.
You been riding,
Man, that slow stuff, that's something slow stuff. I can't even get out of Walmart fast over the back park.
I just seen you about running that goddamn booth a while ago.
His motor was cold.
Yeah.
That's what he told me. He said the motor was cold.
Yeah, you left that on his ass and gone on him.
Man, you scared, you scared, cuz.
Yeah, I'm scared.
Well, goddamn, motherfucker on the player.
Man, where them things?
Run for
Back
100.
on here.
Somebody escort him to
We
get
run
his
for 100.
DST.
Yeah, we run for 100 just for the hell of it.
100 ain't shit, man. He might well
Yeah,
go
he got plenty of money. Look, he got plenty of money.
You know what they call it? Something right there.
You been asking me for the price?
You know what they call it? They call it community action. I need every, hey, go up there in the stands and we're going to get our money together.
I ain't talking about no shit.
Look, hey, I'm going to get my hat out of truck. We're going to walk around like we're in church with a collection plate.
That's what I'm trying to do. Shit.
Where your bike at? You can't beat me. Go get your bike and go bring everybody out here, Phil.
Everybody fucking you up out the line, cuz. Goddamn.
Go get
it. I'll get on it.
Go get your bike and bring everybody out here, Phil. That's 1, 2, 3. He can't make it low too.
I'm running for 100.
Huh?
I'll run you for 500 with me riding it. I'll let you run it for
Man, we are in the
for
same
him.
lane. Me and him in. Hey, we gonna give me some. Don't give me the other lane. I know I got to go that way
I'll
anyway.
bet you 200 to 100 on him right now. My 200 against your 100. Right now.
Hey, why you scared of that bike right now?
I ain't scared of nobody.
You try him for 100?
Yeah, I'll try him for 100.
Hey.
But I ain't talking about him. We ain't talking about this
He
bike.
said he'll try you for 100.
You try this one for me?
Yeah, he just
Yeah,
said.
y'all gonna give me half track. I got stipulations. God damn, what y'all talking about? My partner. I'm talking about this bike.
Hey, man.
That's the same bike. That's the same bike. Look, hey, ain't it the same bike? That's the same bike as that one.
Actually, this here is a Gen 2.5. Look at the Brembo one.
Oh, it's Gen 2.5. It got carbon fiber. Look,
This the half breed.
that ain't got carbon fiber.
That's a half breed. Hey, my bike got flip flops on.
We do not promote smoking. The Team Righteous, we don't do it. Smoking's bad. That's just
You
dungeon
worry
growth.
about this little cigarette. Look at all that goddamn smoke.
That smoke, that's good though.
If I got cigarette, I want to smoke too.
He'll play with his
I heard
titties.
bad.
He gonna rub his nipples to get a damn cigarette.
What you smoking?
Marlboros. I'm white, man. I'm white folks smoking Marlboros.
I'm gonna smoke one with you too.
Yeah.
I'm borrowing your lighter
All right,
too.
I'm finna get you one.
Alright, y'all. I don't know if any grudge is gonna go on. But we'll see if we can get some action lined up before we get back up there. Alright, y'all, we got the V-Max over here in the right-hand lane, taking on the Gixxer 1000 in the left-hand lane. Got him again.
Anybody wanna bet? 20 or 40 in the right lane. 20 or 40, 50 on the right lane. Bet 100. Hell with it. Bet 100 on the right.
here we go. We got another Musa versus 14 again. Got Jake on the ZX14 over there in the right-hand lane. See what Tulip can do over here.
Better hold it over here.
Good move.
Right there, I think. Let's see what he done. Damn. He didn't leave too smooth on that one. Let's see if we can get one more in. That's getting down. Smooth with it. Got it. All right, y'all. So we're back here at the shop, and once again, just didn't get into the fives with Tulip. We tried, we done everything we could. We swapped fuels at the track. We got two different maps in Tulip's ECU, one for MR12, one, and we just couldn't put a good package together going down the track. Done, like I said, everything we could. If the 60 foot's picked up, we'd lose a little bit, you know, at the 330. It just never did gain at both points anyway. So the 330 was roughly the same every single pass, just the 60 foot would pick up some. So we ended up gaining some there, and of course we're trying to run the number. We're in the ECU right now. I'm sitting here picking it apart now, trying to look and see what, you know, is there anything we miss? Is there something else that we can do? So I'm sitting here hunting right now, trying to go through the ECU, through the tune. We actually had the dyno pulls on Logan's laptop, as my laptop wasn't set up for it a couple weeks ago when we had Tulip here on the dyno. So we're trying to, I'm going to have to wait until he gets back to be able to go through there and get that information. But like I said, I'm sitting here picking it apart now. Maybe we need to get it back here on the dyno again. We got a couple of other things we were talking about tonight. So the bike, when it had the Sidewinder on it, made the most power with all four long stacks in it, and when we put the Acropovic full exhaust on the bike, ended up not making as much power with the long stacks. So we swapped back to the short stacks, which gained us some of our power back. So we ended up making more power with the 4 short stacks with the street pipe and the 4 long stacks with the Sidewinder. So our conclusion was tonight, as I was talking with Scotty before I ended up coming back over here to the shop, was what if we try to do like some of the other models do? So 01 through 04 had all long stacks in them from the factory. And then the 04, 05, 600s and 750s had 2 longs in the middle and 2 shorts on the outside. So, and the 05 and later 1000s are that way. The second gen boosters that way. I think the first gen boosters are all the same. I think they're all long or mediums anyways. So anyways, our thought was, let's put 2 longs in the middle and 2 shorts on the outside and see if we can kind of put a happy medium packaged together because it's kind of a, we don't always have the torque that we're looking for or the 60 foot that we're looking for, but it's making more power on the big end. The fuel that we're using, that we're testing right now, is making making more gains on the big end. We made more horsepower, so we made bigger mile an hour with Scotty's bike than we did with another bike we've been testing with. So it's just a little game that we're working with, trying to inch out everything we can out of this motor. And for those of y'all out there who watch our channel, I've talked to some people whatever lately, Scotty's motor is bone stock. Like, it doesn't have cams in it, it doesn't have anything. Whenever he put that motor together, he worked on the intake port a little bit and opened it up a little bit, just cleaned it up. It didn't even, there's no port job or nothing like that there. He just cleaned it up some or whatever, just to make it flow a little bit smoother and a little bit better. So there's nothing there that's been done to this motor. It's a stock Gixxer 1000 motor from an 03 1000, and it makes 147 horsepower on MR12, and it makes 148.5 horsepower on this new fuel that we're testing. And we're going to get that information out there later on. So this is kind of your first little snippet of, this is one of the bikes that's making more power with it. There's another bike we tested that made a little bit less horsepower with it. So we're trying to get it tested, on track. We've tested both bikes on track as well, same results. Got better mile per hour with this fuel on Scotty's bike, less mile per hour on the other bike that we tested it with. So anyways, but yeah, Scotty's bike is 100% stock motor. It's got lots of miles on it, and it was also a tractor pull motor before Scotty got it. When Scotty got it, it was actually had a rod knock to it. We put the motor in, we stayed up late that night and put the motor in, and as soon as we fired it up, it was knocking. And we ended up pulling it back out, putting the 750 motor back in there, and then he slowly rebuilt the motor and put it back together, and it made it about 15 miles and it was knocking again. And so it came out that time, and whenever it came out that time, it didn't stay out very long. He didn't put the other motor back in. He was going to definitely get it back out and going. So anyways, long story short, that motor has been abused and beat on for years, and it definitely does not make the power that that even some other 03, 04, 1000s do. It's in the same range, it's in the same power range, and the 148 horsepower or whatever, it would be higher. We've dynoed it. It's got a long stretch on it, and it's got a Shinko hookup, so definitely it's probably down 10 horsepower just from that right there. So it probably is in the high 150s. If it was on a stock swing arm with a street tire on it, it'd probably be in the high 150s range. But like I said, it's not a built motor. It's not a ported head. It doesn't have cams. It doesn't even have drop-in pistons. It don't have anything done to it. It's just something that we've worked with, and we're trying to see what limit we can take this stock motor to, and trying to do different things. And we're right back where we were at the end of the last year. Last year, whenever we went the 6006 pass or whatever it was freezing cold. Like, it was cold that entire day, and I think he did run that time during the daytime, because when it come nighttime was when we try to make the pass that we knew was going to put us into the 5s, and it missed the shift on the 1-2, and then the very next pass when he come right back up there and hot lapped it or whatever, whenever it broke, and it was on a pass then too. Like, it was going to probably do it then too, but it wheelied on him. The clutch had finally just give up, and it had bent steels in it and stuff, and whenever it wheelied, it came up, broke the chain, and that was all she wrote on that one. But anyways, I'm going to try to end it right here, because I'm starting to blah blah blah, and it's kind of late. So let's see here, it's 3:20 in the morning right now. So we've been at it all night. Been trying to see if we can get Tulip in the 5s, and we're going to work on it some more. We're at a couple more weeks. We're going to try a few more things, but like I said, I'm going to look here, see if there's anything else that we can pick out. I see some things. I'm not sure if it's something that we could probably get it back on the dyno and correct these things right here, or if it needs to be like it is right now. It may be something that I can put it back to where it was at, or start adding some stuff to it or whatever, and it may end up not gaining anything at all. So it's just something that we're gonna have to work with, see what we can get. I'm gonna work on this right here, and we'll see y'all later.